Be sure to subscribe for more content.
What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome to the BigBC Finance Channel. I hope you're having a very lovely day today. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Luna 2.0, what has happened to its price recently and where I predict the price to go to, as well as some key levels that I'm looking out for. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And of course, if you do appreciate this daily content, then be sure to subscribe to this channel as well. So Luna 2.0, what has happened to it recently? Well, last time I made a video, we were kind of consolidating within this pattern here. And basically, we had this resistance that was going down, the support that was going up. And since our last video, we did see this breakout. So we saw a breakout past this resistance here, which is good. Since we broke out to the upside, and we came back down again to retest this support line. So this to me is now a very, very strong support line that we have here, and we came up to pump once again, and that pump there is around a 4% pump, so nothing too major there. But if you did trade that, then congratulations to you. We did see this breakout with a slight increase in volume. We saw some momentum, and you know, profits are profits if you are able to trade that. So looking at that, we did reach $2.60. I mean, the ultimate price target from my previous video was this whole triangle here, which would have made it a $2.80 price target with a $2.69 massive resistance level, since that is a key level here in Luna 2.0. So the fact that we broke up to the bullish side means that we can still get there, but I do think it's a longer process. And I do think we can still get there, and to me it's not yet invalidated unless we cross below the support line, something like this, for example. So as long as this support line here, this dark blue support line that we have supports the price here on Luna 2.0, I'm still bullish, and I'm still rooting for the fact that we could reach that $2.69 mark and then eventually $2.80. And I think we could reach it in a fashion like this, where the price just bounces off this support. But of course, like I say, the moment we drop below it, if we do that, then this whole plan of reaching that $2.69 for me is invalidated. But if we leave this as a support, I do think we could see an ultimate price target of around $2.39. And $2.39 because that is a major level here on Luna 2.0. This was a major support for the longest time now. So I do believe the price can find some ground there, maybe come back up. But of course, that'll be over the span of a couple of days. So if we do come down to this $2.39 level, I will make another video by then. So that's the bearish case scenario. But that's obviously contingent on if we cannot hold this line as our support. So I'm really looking out for what the price does within those few hours. On top of that, I'm also seeing a pattern that could be another triangle. I know you guys are seeing a triangle a lot of times, but this is something that I think could be developing quite strong, because we've had this peak here now and we've come back down from that peak. So we can actually draw a fairly strong resistance that connects these three tops here. So as you can see, we've got our latest peak here. We've had a peak over in this region as well, and we've had a peak in this region just after this massive pump that we had here on Luna 2.0. So with this resistance here, let me just in fact get rid of this line so it's a bit less confusing. With this new resistance that we have here, we could see the price consolidate in here, something like this. And of course, again, this would form some sort of triangle where we could potentially break out from. And of course, if this was indeed a triangle forming, and of course with any triangle we would expect a breakout, and with a breakout comes a lot of volume and a lot of momentum in one direction or another. It could be a bearish momentum or it could be a bullish momentum as well. So I'm looking out for the price coming close to the support here, or coming close to this resistance, and then after we see a lot of momentum in the up direction or the down direction, I will definitely be trading that. And I do think there is a large price target associated with that because of the magnitude of this triangle. Of course, this is extremely exciting if you are a Luna 2.0 holder, because you know the implied price target would be the distance between the first test of support and the first test of resistance, which would be this massive pump here of up to $3.16, or this dump down to $1.95. Of course, this is quite an ambitious price target, and I think what would be slightly more realistic is grabbing these two as our price target here, the first test of the support and the first test of resistance since crossing that previous resistance there, and using this as our price target. That makes for a much more reasonable price target, a much more realistic price target in my opinion, of around $2.70 on the upside and around $2.40 on the downside. And if you remember, I did say that one of my key levels was $2.69, so this is why I like this theory a little bit more. And again, from the downside, my key level here was around $2.39. So this price target to me makes a lot more sense. If we are seeing this triangle and we do break out, then I'd expect to see a pump of this kind of size anywhere along this resistance here and anywhere along this support. So this is another thing that I'm looking out for. Of course, just by virtue of that previous triangle that I pointed out towards the start of this video, I do think $2.69 could still be met, followed by $2.80. But of course, with this new triangle that we have in play, then I do think then I would like to see some more consolidation and see the price break out on the upside to around $2.69, or if it does break on the downside, then down to $2.39, $2.40-ish. And of course, if we can't hold the support line at any time, then I do think we'll see a new channel with a more bearish price direction, something like this, of course, to our ultimate price target once again of around $2.39. So that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. Of course, on top of everything as well, I'm checking Bitcoin to see what the general crypto market is doing. If Bitcoin makes a major move in an upwards direction, then we could see the same on Luna 2.0, just because altcoins tend to be correlated with what Bitcoin do, and that includes Luna 2.0 as well. So if Bitcoin pumps, then we could see a pump here on Luna 2.0, and likewise if Bitcoin dumps, then we could see that price action also reflected here on Luna 2.0. So that's another thing I'm always checking. And of course, we've got some economic data coming out this week as well. We've got that inflation report coming out on Thursday, so that's going to make some major moves, or at least a lot of volatility here in crypto, as well as some other important economic indicators throughout the week. So be sure to check those as well, because that could create a lot of volatility in the markets, and that could also make a move such as a pump here out of this triangle or a dump below. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you found it useful, and otherwise guys, I will see you in my next video.